Nobody in the country could have done a better job than they did here at Clemson, and we are underway as the Tigers win the opening tip. Carolina with a little tweak to their lineup. We'll get to that in a moment. Here's Chase Hunter, the top scorer, to float one up there and a miss, but tipped out by Shefflin. Lakhin straight on, will drop that in. He's coming off a huge day against Duke. Shot clock is down to 5. The pass inside, and a nice job for Trimble to float on in for 2.
Significant in a double-double against Duke on Saturday.
Davis through the lane and out of the corner. They'll knock down the 3. On target Withers, the fifth-year man. 67-66. That's all they play, it seems, is one-possession games.
And they're used to being in close games. Hubert Davis told us earlier today he's just used to it now.
Really quick turnaround between these two. Littlejohn was really, really warm as Hunter drops in a three-pointer.
Dylan Hunter getting much more comfortable in that starting lineup. It was the spot where Chauncey Wiggins filled, but Dylan Hunter making such an impression on Brad Brownell on both ends of the floor as he does there with the Tigers getting the turnover.
Lakhin feeling it. Drops it in from three-point land.
You've got to get out and take Viktor Lakhin off that three-point line.
Cadeau with the dish, and a quick strike by Lubin, who's coming off 17. He was instrumental in that victory over Pittsburgh. He made 8 field goals. Still alive, Carolina picks it up. Lofted out for Davis. Moving it inside, Washington for the slam.
And that's an area where Jalen Washington struggled early in the year.
Wiggins will swing it. Jones, the ultra-quick freshman. Wiggins back and outside for 2. Nice little floater.
University of Hawaii in Honolulu and then Maui Invitational, but they're just used to playing in close games and expecting it down the stretch.
Zackery, tough shot off the window, and he'll be headed to the line. Now the heady point guard out of Salem, Wisconsin.
Last year's ACC Player of the Year in R.J. Davis, to see if he can keep him from getting going.
Trimble to drive it and deflected away by Hunter. Wiggins will line up a long one. He sticks it. Jackson left it short. And again, the Tigers collapsing on him.
Oh, great hands by Jackson.
Jackson coming from behind on the theft. Powell tiptoeing through for 2. Foster trying to move underneath that iron. Washington staying right with him. And tipped out of play. North Carolina, some tight defense. Trimble got his fingers on it.
Yes, a telling stat in their wins and losses.
Shredding the D, and it's Lakhin coming out of nowhere, but the follow will up and in by Lubin. Jones thought about it. Put the head down, he lost it. Picked up by Trimble. Trimble on the return, lays it up and in, and he's off to the foul line.
Just like that, mishandling the basketball by Hunter.
Jackson with a scoop. Follow won't drop. Comes right back for Trimble. He stays with it and lays it in.
Nobody except Trimble actually leads North Carolina in rebounding, which is very rare. Drake Powell with the big rejection on the other side, but give Foster credit for sticking to it.
And banks in 2. You were talking about Powell before the game.
Great offense beats good defense every time. Dylan Hunter played good defense, but RJ played great offense.
Lakhin with another 3 on the way, and he's hot here in the first half.
He's been the guy, OB, and he carried them offensively.
Big time defensive play once again for the Tigers. Here's Hunter to launch it, and a 3. Carolina looking for the answer. Downstairs, a quick strike for Lubin.
But that's the concern when you play against Clemson.
Zackery denied at the baseline. Out for Chase Hunter in his 6th year for Clemson. Lakhin again, little bounce. Up and in for 2 more.
I would absolutely go see that. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to buy a ticket, but I would absolutely take my comp ticket to go watch Viktor Lakhin on stage.
Oh, another one here. You may be buying a ticket to see him play this game at a very high level. 32-25. Lakhin open again. Man, is he feeling it. Another three-pointer.
I tell you what, OB, the first half tonight, what he did against the Blue Devils on Saturday, Viktor Lakhin is absolutely locked in.
Underneath, a quick strike for Davis.
of course, none better than Ian Shefflin to be able to pick it up.
Jake Heidbreeder gives it up, and a difficult shot. He made it. Shefflin will also be headed to the line, looking for a three-point play. Now, we really haven't called his name a whole lot, but on this play, a really tough shot.
And a nice play by Heidbreeder to
They did such a great job for Dickey the other day, welcoming him back. Davis with a follow-away, knocks it down.
It's been a struggle for him to get those opportunities, and the lack of an interior presence has allowed teams to really hone in defensively on RJ.
Really missed Armando Bacot all season long. Lakhin again, he's been too much to handle so far.
Lakhin is able to dominate in the post.
Cadeau penetrating, spins it up and in for two.
He does the job defensively as well, already with a couple blocks in this game.
Ian Jackson ready to come back on. Knocked in by Zackery.
If I'm shooting it that well, I'm absolutely looking every opportunity to be able to get his shot up.
He's in the lane for a short one. It rolls around and out. He gets it back, and two more.
And the size advantage for Wiggins at 6'10" absolutely shows up when he contests shots.
Hunter just kept on driving. A very determined move for two. Last seconds of the half. North Carolina's gone 4 minutes without a point. Cadeau with a bump and ends that drought.
So once again, I was wrong, but, you know, that's okay.
Doesn't happen very often. You tend to work a lot in the NBA as well. That is out for Cadeau. Here comes Davis on the penetration. He'll scoop it in.
They were only 2 of 8 in the first half from beyond the three-point line, and now you see them back defensively in a zone trying to find a way to slow down this Clemson Tiger team.
RJ with 11. And a quick strike again. Hunter on target.
He comes up with another chase down block.
Hunter just threw that one away. Right to Davis. He'll lead the break. Difficult angle, lays it in.
And Lakhin was trailing that one, looking for an opportunity, but a great job by R.J. Davis. He's been really all the offense for North Carolina, but he's had to work so hard to get his buckets. We talked about how many of them have just been great individual plays in the first half.
Zackery going airborne and a blocking foul as he hits it. He's headed to the line. So Davis fires it up there, but no. Powell kept it alive. And that one goes down for Cadeau. And again, not his forte. Lakhin with another touch. Going to work. And block. Good defense there by Washington to stay right in his face. Davis finding Powell. And a foul by Hunter. As often as we have covered them, how important it was on the drive. Heidbreeder denied, knocked out of play. And it'll be Clemson ball.
The transfer portal, NIL, bring a different element, and you have to have someone that can concentrate solely on that.
Hunter has to get a shot up with a shot clock winding down, and down it goes for three. Davis with a bounce feed. Cadeau downstairs. Powell going up strong for two.
Nice play by Elliot Cadeau getting in there, and he's had a few miscues. The way Clemson's shooting the basketball, a zone is absolutely dangerous when you've got so many shooters on the perimeter.
Wiggins got a nice look as he turns around and sticks it. At his size, 6'10". It's a great view.
Because this crowd is nowhere near as loud, but you can only imagine how they party on Saturday night.
Carolina forcing the turnover on the run out. Here's R.J. Davis to lay it in. Baylor and Houston to come. Shefflin with the swing. Hunter again, and he's starting to feel it. He's getting into a shooting groove.
And unable really to get much going here this evening as well.
Oh, what a move there by Zackery, and a blow by and a reverse for two.
As he goes against two freshmen, showing off his veteran savvy. And he's kind of the uncle of this team, OB. He's one of the older guys, but making plays with young legs.
Cadeau will knock it down. Lakhin will try a long one. Too strong this time. Zackery with the rebound, though, and they continue to pound the glass. And they've got a big advantage there, and they have all night.
But one thing we haven't seen a lack of effort from R.J. Davis. One thing's for certain, and R.J. playing in his 5th year has absolutely been giving North Carolina everything that he possibly can as Seth Trimble gets the transition bucket.
Under 8.5 to go here at Clemson. Heidbreeder on the attack will lay it in. Of course, they're expecting him to try a three-pointer.
On the shot clock.
You might have thought coming off the great win against Duke and the court storming and everything else, as Zackery pulls up and drains it, that there might be a little bit of a letdown.
Chase Hunter controls the beginning of the second half. And now look at what Jaeden Zackery has done as of late. They have different guys to step up at every moment.
And he comes up with one here. Zackery on the attack. Dylan Hunter sticks it. He knocks down a three.
I don't have a problem with Auburn remaining at number one. And again, Alabama has the losses that Duke and Auburn don't have.
Correct.
Who's announced that he will be stepping down at the end of the season.
Good follow-up, up and in for two by Lubin. Dabble, by the way, is pretty talented among coaches on the pickup game. And another quick strike by Carolina as Withers will lay it in.
22-point lead over the rival North Carolina Tar Heels.
Seth said it during the first half when he had a studio hit with us, and he was complimenting the veterans.
Chase Hunter, Jaeden Zackery, those two guys have really stepped up in the second half as Withers gets the offensive rebound. Give it to North Carolina. They're still playing with some effort, but the execution hasn't been there. Withers throwing that right to
16 for Zackery, averages 11. The turn and fire, and that'll rattle home for Davis.
They didn't have to use it against Duke, but they used it here today.
Lakhin commanding the ball, spins to his right and banks it in. His first points in the second half. He was sensational in the first 20 minutes. And now another block for him. That's his fifth of the game.
Ian Jackson, his first 2 points in the last 2 games. And again, Carolina needs his production to be successful.
Eidbreeder turns and fires and knocks that down. Comes spinning inside. Comes out free to Powell. Up ahead, and Tyson will lay it in. Cade Tyson's brother Hunter played at Clemson. They knock off Duke and North Carolina in back-to-back games here at Little John Coliseum. And the crowd loving it here, and so is Brad Brownell as they improve to 20-5.